Okay, what's up, everyone? It is I Aquas, and we are going to be doing another episode of the SCG Weekly here, episode 174. This time we're checking out a pretty obscure Dojin game from developer Outside. Japanese developer, and this is a slightly newer game. I believe I cited it from releasing 2018. It's kind of a Toho cave-inspired game. We'll learn some more details about that. And I'm joined by Einhart, who brings us his replays of this game and brings us this episode in general, wanting to get an episode of SCG Weekly for this one going. So yeah, big shoutouts, and hello Einhart, welcome to the show. So yeah, Einhart, welcome in. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you discovered Nightmare Trip and kind of why you decided to get into this one.
I personally don't remember how I discovered. I think I was just browsing Cream or either Dispatch linked it in the Shmups Discord at one point. And when I did play it, I found that it was incredibly fun, like within the first 10 minutes, and I stuck with it for some reason, and now I pretty much mastered it.
Very cool. And then, so we'll be looking at two different replays from you of the Nightmare mode, which is, I guess, is from the arcade mode as well, and then the extra mode, so kind of similar to Toho with the difficulties selection there, as I understand. So you mentioned Nightmare was the hardest difficulty.
Yeah, it is miles harder than the difficulty below it. It kind of doesn't make sense.
There's two difficulties then?
No, there's 4 difficulties. There's casual, there's maniac, there's hard, and there's nightmare. And basically the ones below it are really relatively easy to 1cc. But nightmare is just a completely different beast altogether. It required lots of routing and lots of memorization to actually get. And I'm pretty satisfied that I did manage to go through it without finding any replays or anything like that.
Yeah, well done. I'm pretty excited to see how this game's going to play out here. I forgot what I was going to say there. But yeah, it's pretty nice. I remember what I was going to say. So it's like, it's like Toho games, Lunatic is like kind of like the definitive mode for a lot of people, it seems. So it sounds like that's kind of like the similar thing here.
Yep.
And so like we've been talking about, or kind of referencing the game having a kind of cave inspiration. Is that mostly in the bullet patterns and how like they're kind of like fast? There's like some fast aimed bullets, or how would you describe the cave influence?
Well, there are just some outright references. And the patterns involve a lot of streaming.
Okay, cool.
But the bosses are definitely Toho. The patterns are similar to Toho, but they have cave elements with them, involving lots of aimed bullets. And a metric ton of memorization. Some of them are like completely static as well, despite looking random.
And then in our previous kind of messages that we had, you mentioned it has an odd kind of bomb-based scoring system. So how would you describe the scoring system in like a few like a paragraph or whatever before we get into it here?
Basically, you bomb for score. Your cancels turn into basically a multiplier that adds to your score, and you need to bomb a lot of patterns to increase this multiplier, so the scoring is exponential.
And I'm assuming there's a good way to get bombs, or how do you acquire bombs in the game then?
Through extends, and there's a lot of spots where they just hand you the bombs too. Before a boss or before a mid boss, you usually get a bomb, and you also get a bomb during an extend. So you get a lot of resources in this game.
Neato. Okay, I think that gives us a little idea of what this game's going to be like, and as usual, we will be kind of going into the mechanics and the controls of the game. I'll have you kick us off with that as we get into the first replay here of Nightmare Mode, which we're actually previewing at the moment, and then we'll go on to Extra afterwards, and as usual, the goal will be to try to fill you guys in on how this game works in terms of scoring and what you want to be doing, and what to be looking out for, and hopefully we can see some pretty fun patterns and dodges and stuff as well in Einhardt's replays we're about to watch here. Yeah, awesome stuff. So let's get prepared for that, and I'm going to bring us over to the replay screen here. Okay. So yeah, let's get to let's start this replay out from the beginning here.
Started from 10, maybe.
From 10 seconds, sure. All right, I'm at 10. You ready there?
Yep.
All right, on go. We will get into Nightmare Trip here. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, for stage 1, all I'm gonna be doing is just point blanking enemies and trying to get these pink little orbs they drop. These orbs are part of the scoring. They are added to the score rate. And as it goes higher, you're charging a thing called Dream Power as well. And Dream Power, when fully charged, gives you a nice little shield that allows you to block a single piece of damage.
I see, so that's filling up around the character, that gray circle.
Yeah.
Okay, I just got one. So is the shield like an auto bomb?
Yeah,
Or
it's
type
like
of
an
thing,
auto
or-
bomb.
Or it just protects
And
you?
there it is.
Okay.
It also multiplies your score rate, and it gets exponential with each one. At level 1, it's multiplied by 2. At level 2, it's multiplied by 3, then 4, 6, and then finally 8. When the Dream Power reaches its max level, it gets locked at 8 multiplier. So that green number there is multiplied by 8, and that's the cost of all your...
Okay, so yeah, it says that green number says X2. That means you're on Dream Power level 2, I guess, then, and then that's going to change as you keep building it here. And then I'm guessing if you take a hit, like that goes down 1 level, or how does that work?
No, it's completely gone.
Oh, it's just gone completely. Okay. So you don't want to get hit if you're going for the score.
What part are we on now? I kind of got desynced for some reason.
On the video?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll pause it at, how about 2:15. Let me know when you're ready.
Yep, there it is.
Alright, I'll count us in again. 3, 2, 1, go.
So for the bosses, there's this there's 2 main things to look out. It's the multiplier, the timer, and what you can cancel, which patterns you can cancel. But the timer multiplier is actually relatively mapped. Each second is like 20 times or 16 times your score rate.
So you're going for quick kills on those bosses?
Yeah.
Okay. And what was the other thing you mentioned?
I completely forgot. What did I mention?
Yeah, same here. Either way. Just kill the bosses quickly to get that multiplier up.
The boss is dead anyway. But yeah, I got hit in that boss fight and I lost my multi. It's very inconsequential right now.
Okay.
None of that matters right now.
So just to talk about the stuff on the right side of the screen. So yeah, the green number is your multiplier, and then like you have your state. Was it the yellow as a stage score, and then overall score? Is that what's going on up there?
Yeah, the bottom one is your normal, and the top is your best score.
For the stage?
For the entire game.
For the entire game, okay. And then what about, so then there's the purple thing, the bombs, right beneath the green?
Oh no, that's your dream power gauge.
Okay. And then lives, and then the blue stars as bombs?
Yep.
Okay. And what about that value beneath the lives?
That's the extend.
Okay. Yeah, these patterns are pretty dense. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, you don't want to see these enemies live for more than what you're seeing. You can get walled relatively quickly at night, and no amount of shields are gonna save you.
And then did we have a character selection in this game?
Yep. Depending on the character you select, you fight different bosses. For this one, you fight the other two characters for stage 2 and stage 4. And here's one of them now. And this is a very intentional bomb there. What this bomb did was pretty much just double my damage. I entered a thing I call a hyper focus. Basically, you need to do unfocused bomb to go into this weird mode where your focus damage is doubled. I need to carry this all the way to the mid-boss to the next stage.
Wait, so the unfocused bomb activated that?
Nah, something like that. It's more like a glitch.
Really?
It's a glitch for speedrunning the game.
So that's as easy as it sounds. Is that a consistent way to set that up? Just unfocused bomb, that's it?
Unfocused bomb, and then and you have to hold the focus.
Like during the bomb?
So you cannot let go. You cannot let go of the focus as soon as you enter this mode.
Oh, okay. So you're holding focus for the rest until the next mid boss is what you're saying here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Until you either get hit.
And what is this doing again?
It's increasing the damage output of the homing shot.
Okay.
So what's happening here is that none of the enemies are surviving long enough to actually wall you off. Because these patterns are very, very brutal. And you really don't want to see them.
Huh. Interesting. Alright, so we got a pretty game-changing glitch there, you'd say then. You don't think that's intentional?
I don't think it's intentional. But I did see the dev kind of use it. I don't think he knows about it.
You didn't see the dev use it, okay.
It's about the only way you can get through nightmare mode.
And since your homing is locking on, seems like you're able to manage this.
Yeah.
Still, so... Huh. Well, maybe that's gonna get patched after this episode.
How horrifying. But yeah, the mid-boss patterns here, I don't have an answer to any of them other than using hyper focus. Anyways, for this mid-boss has an extend. You have to get that big diamond at the end, and it'll just give you a 1-up. After that, you get just a bunch of enemies.
So would you say your damage is double with this glitch?
Yeah, something like that.
Cool. Yeah, that'll cut down those boss patterns a lot for sure. You'll see half of the bosses.
Yeah. I mean, I do have it memorized. I do have their patterns memorized. You can dodge all of them relatively. But you want the timer bonus for the extra score.
Alright, so you've built up the dream power up to ×4.
Yeah, I think I lose it somewhere at some point in this. Again, just before the boss. But we'll get to that.
You've got a ton of bombs right now.
and I'm gonna lose all of it.
Spoilers.
Okay, so here's the stage 3. I just bomb her normal attacks and get the extra points from it.
So you're bombing when
wait
you're waiting until the bullets to be thick there. Or?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool, gotcha. That's all converting into the little purple pickups, I guess.
Yep. And it's being added to the score. It's kind of weird in how it's it gets the dream powers. It seems random, but there's a way to cancel things. You have to time the way they're canceled. They have to be on screen for a certain amount of time before they give you a certain amount of score. It's hard to explain.
So the bombing is, I noticed the dream power number is going up big time. So that's how you increase the dream power as well.
Yeah.
That's like the main way.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, it's going up like crazy. So you're maxed out now?
Yeah.
Nice.
And even if I lose my shield during this time, it's gonna stay maxed out.
I notice you don't get score when you're bombing though.
Yep. You only get score from cancels.
I see. Okay, that was a big one. He's got like 3 billion points. Yeah, I think those are billions.
Those are billions. There, I set off my shield once there to damage it a little bit before finishing her off.
Kind of a scary
and here's
pattern.
A revival pattern. It's a pretty scary pattern, and I need to hold my my hyper focus across this pattern, so I need not to get hit, and at least try to carry it to the next mid boss.
Because the sooner you kill these bosses, the bigger multiplier you're getting on the cancels from the boss kill timer, as we mentioned before.
Yep.
So that's why.
Well, no, just the boss kill timer. The multipliers are completely standalone. For the items, anyways, for the cancels.
Okay. Yeah, the music fits the game really well. Pretty cool. Somehow, anyway. Yeah, the royalty-free usable music. I don't think we had mentioned it, but yeah, it's a game that just uses available music. Sunflare hype. Is Tien back there? The DBZ joke.
Anyways, yeah, just some standard streaming in this part. And these ducks are very, very dangerous. You want to kill them as soon as possible.
The ducks?
Because they'll keep shooting. They'll keep shooting those rings, and at some point they become undodgeable.
There's definitely something charming about the really simplistic, cartoony enemy designs.
Yeah, same with the rabbits here. These rabbit ghost angel things can really mess you up as well if you let them live for too long.
You gotta have your fairy popcorn enemies.
Yep. And here's the second mid-boss. 4 mid-boss. Patterns from Yomu. And this attack here, if you bomb it, you can usually get about 1 million score rate. If you do it correctly anyways.
So I noticed the game's like staggering during this. Is that...
Yeah, that's what that happens in that attack. There's just so many bullets that it lags when you cancel it.
So do you think that's your computer or is that the game?
It's the game.
Oh man, okay. It's kind of amusing, but it also looks a little iffy. Like something's broken. Okay, I had to clarify on that.
And there's the UFO.
A classic shmup enemy.
You don't see them anymore. You don't see them often anymore.
Did you see Eschatos? Have you seen that one?
Sure.
Like it's like all UFO enemies. It's pretty great. Yeah, the pace is pretty fast with the patterns and such. Yeah, it looks pretty fun, I gotta say. In this nightmare mode, anyway.
Yeah. With each difficulty level, the bullet speed doubles and the number of bullets double.
Okay.
I should probably follow that up. And this part has some bad RNG occasionally. You'll just get rolled off by a bunch of pink bullets. But we're fine this way.
And what did you say point blanking does for you again?
It gives you bigger orbs for the
Okay.
score rate.
Okay, so when you can point blank, you want to, especially when you have the
Yeah.
dream power up.
Yep.
Okay. I noticed you're playing kind of conservative, but those patterns look kind of nuts too.
Yeah.
So it'd
These
be-
patterns are really hard to dodge.
Damn, that's fast.
And
Damn.
I bomb here and re-enter my hyper focus.
Oh, that kind of looked like a Futari pattern.
It's a static pattern. You can dodge it consistently.
It kind of looked like one of Larso's patterns from Futari.
And this one's straight out from Toho 10 extra stage. Suwako's spell card, I think, one of them.
So yeah, you mentioned already. Yeah, it has the straight up reference bullet patterns from Toho games. That's cool. Of course, he probably has to recreate them, right?
Yeah. Very scary pattern.
That's what I like to call the crisscross applesauce.
And this pattern is really, really nasty. The bullets just come out from under you.
So you bombed that one. Or did you actually break the gauge
Yeah, I
there?
just broke the meter. By this point, I don't want any bombs, really. I want to go into stage 5 having used up all of my resources. But I kind of messed up the route anyways.
Why don't you want bombs?
Well, you just don't want to bomb anything in stage. That's when your score should be at its peak.
Okay, I
So
see.
you can
So
just maximize your score.
I see. And so have you been maintaining that glitch throughout up until now? Like, are you trying to do that as basically as much as possible?
Every time I get hit, yeah, I'd like to.
You try to reactivate it as soon as possible, and that's simply from bombing while unfocused, and then focusing and holding the focus.
Yeah, while the bomb is going off.
And then you just hold the focus for the entirety. Okay, yeah, it's pretty simple to do, and yeah, I mean,
It's there's a huge risk behind it since you can't dodge some patterns because you can't focus to dodge.
not so much macro dodging anymore at that point, but
Yeah.
it's okay. Your hitbox is small. I like the star rain. It's kind of satisfying.
Yeah, reminds me of Crimson Clover.
The backgrounds are simple, but I like that the colors are kind of changing from stage to stage, and yeah, I can't complain too much on that for what it is.
And this person has a very disgusting pattern.
Damn.
The trick is to stand still.
The star vomit. That's a lot of stars.
It's not worth bombing that. And here I.
But
wait
if you
for a
die
break
though,
again.
like you lose your full dream power, so you had to, right? I mean,
no, you don't lose any dream power actually.
oh well,
You just lose the shield when you get hit, but
Just-
when you die, you don't lose the dream power.
Oh, okay. So wait, you still keep the X8?
The what?
The X8? Isn't that the...
Yeah, the X8 is locked there forever.
Oh, it is. Okay, cool, cool.
But only after you max it out.
Oh, really? Okay.
So if you're at times 6 and you get hit, you lose your entire multiplier and you have to charge it back up to X8.
Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, so got a question about the hitbox. Like, how tiny is it?
It's really, really small. It's about the same as Toho, actually.
What's the Toho hitbox is like? Is it like 1 pixel, or is it like 2 by 2, or do you know?
I'm not really sure. But it's small enough.
Yeah.
It's definitely not 1 pixel, though.
Yeah.
And the bullets here also have smaller hitboxes than they...
I think only a couple particular modes in cave games have the 1 pixel hitbox. Usually they're a bit bigger. I think Futari Ultra is the one that has 1 pixel.
Well, you need that 1 pixel.
How about contacting enemies? Is that a threat? Like, were you trying to avoid touching those guys?
No.
Okay.
There's no contact at all, actually.
Okay, cool. And not even for bosses?
Yeah, not even for boss. But their patterns are pretty threatening, so you just want to stay away from them. Also, this stage is about 10 minutes long.
Okay.
The pace on it is good, but it is 10 minutes. It's I guess it would be a shout out to older cave games as well, since they feature very short stages, and the final stage is always the longest.
Yeah. Man, you're just beasting these enemies.
Anyways, yeah, it's we're about to enter the final boss here after this star rain. It's a really simple path, just stream it.
Are you gonna end up getting a bonus for all those extra lives at the end, or?
Oh yeah, the bonus is worth about 800 times your score rate.
Oh damn. Okay, so that's gonna be huge.
And my goal for this final boss is not to get hit, which is going to be really hard.
Damn.
Yeah, this
Sick
pattern
music.
is pretty disgusting. It's pulling you towards her.
Oh, okay.
Well, actually, the boss is a he, but you know. They all look like cute girls anyways.
Oh shit, the forks. And the trance.
But yeah, each cancel here, each attack is giving me about 10 to 20 billion points. So as long as you don't get hit and kill them fast enough, you're gonna maximize your score.
Very cool. This is the big juicy cancels.
Yeah, very big juicy cancels. And it gets juicier later. I have no answer for this attack.
Oof, that's pretty looks kind of random.
It's aimed, there's a pattern to it, but I can't get it consistent.
Oh man. The choreographed lasers, classic. That's cool.
And this one is a streaming pattern, but I can't do it because I need to stay in focus.
Oh man. So the shield and then you bombed.
Yeah, and enter the focus again.
But you get that shield back pretty quick. I mean, kind of quick. I mean,
yeah, when you bomb, you can cancel the bullets to give you back the.
Yeah, okay, that's pretty lenient. So there you go.
So you'd think. So you'd think, but
yeah.
You
That
have
was
no
so many
idea.
stars.
Like I was stuck on this boss for a good week. I couldn't figure out how to get past him.
Oh wow.
Like I came to her like I got so good at the game that I can no miss up to this fight, and she would just delete me.
Dang. It's always the good runs that make the game look easy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, then you have to try it yourself, though.
Like it.
That's a nice effect on that pattern. I like that. Kind of like the fade out, fade in, fade out. That's cool.
Yeah, a lot of the random patterns are actually. This one is definitely a static pattern, even though it looks random.
Oh man, like it spits them back out. That's pretty cool too. Goes in and out. Man.
And here's the final attack.
I like the star bullets. They're kind of like threatening looking because they're spiky.
Yeah. They have very small hitboxes, thankfully.
It's like in some cave game, like well, in like Katana, they have like the grenade bullets. It's just so silly. Oh man.
Okay. So now we're gonna fight the TL. The way you unlock this boss is to have your multiplier 8 maximum at any time. So as soon as you get the multiplier at 8, you're gonna have to fight this boss.
Cool. I like that. I like that. Oh, you actually died there, I think.
Yeah, I die a lot to this one.
Okay.
Like I said, the
like you said, okay, this is like
bombs and lives aren't gonna save you. The bombs, lives, and shields aren't really gonna save you. This pattern is impossible.
Oh man. Okay. And you're still trying to maintain that double damage and whatnot. Okay. Yeah.
No. For this pattern, I just time it because there's so many bullets that you can just recharge your dream shield right after.
Wait, so are you getting hit and then grabbing stuff over and over?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So when you get hit, you actually power up off of the bullets that are nearby.
But to explain this is there's about 2,000 bullets on screen at any given time during that pattern, which is why you can do that.
What the heck? That's pretty goofy how that works.
Yeah. It's dodgeable, but it's just really.
Well, it's
really
interesting that there's no window in which you can get hit there. It just refills automatically, and then I guess the iframes are just saving you. I don't know. That's kind of funky.
As long as you're point blanking it, though. If you're anywhere else, you can't do it.
Because that allows you to get the items quick enough.
Yeah.
Alright, alright.
I'm supposed to, like, dodge this pattern, but I really messed it up. And each pattern this true final boss phase gives you is about, like, anywhere between 20 to 50 billion if you no-miss it. And there's this pattern.
Oof. Damn, the washing machine. Oh no. That's like 4 things going on at once.
Yeah. There's actually a way to dodge it.
Yeah.
But you have to be really lucky with the RNG. You just have to zigzag left and right.
Well, yeah, it looks like... Yeah, I can see that, because the purple look at the most blocking there. The purple segments.
Yep. I lose like half my lives just in this pattern.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's a really fun boss. And there you go. There's your life and bonus. It's like...
Was that 300
times per...
300 billion? Is that what that was?
No, 30 billion each.
30 billion? Okay. So you got like 120 billion or something there? Or how much did you get there?
About 120 billion, just about.
Nice, GG. That was pretty cool. Great run there.
Yeah, that was probably the best one I can get out of this game.
And yeah, you like kind of clutched it out. Like it was close to out of lives there?
Oh, there was still 4 lives.
4 lives. Okay.
Plenty of bombs.
But still. Very cool.
Anyways, we can switch up to the extra now.
Alrighty then. So we do have the extra mode. Alright, let me load that up here. Okay, want to start from 0?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, this is like 10 minutes. Before we go in, do you just want to explain like what's going on with the extra mode?
Extra mode. Sorry about that. Extra mode is basically just like the normal game, except you don't get an end lives bonus, and there's a lot of unique patterns to it. The difficulty is somewhere between the normal mode and the expert mode of the game, so it's not as hard. But in this run, it kind of looks harder because I'm not in hyper focus all the time.
Alrighty then.
Yeah. And my main goal is to just get as much score rate as I can before I reach the boss. And yeah, that's about it. That's really all the extra stage is about.
Oh, cool, cool. All right, let's get into that then. On to the extra stage. On go. All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
So yeah, you start off just point blanking thing. Not much else to it. And here is the first mid boss. I'll have multiplier 8 by the end of this boss. All I do is just dump all my resources onto her. Because there's no end lives bonus, I can just suicide for more bombs.
I see. So you didn't make it to X8 there, but now you got X8.
Yep.
Okay.
And you get a nice little wave of enemies after you kill. Depending on how fast you kill her, you can get more waves.
Ah, okay, okay.
And here's the second mid boss. You just try to kill her normally. There's nothing to farm here.
It's kind of fun seeing the big numbers up there.
Yeah.
So, like, what are those? Is that for like individual? Like, what is the what are those numbers from? I guess just the total of the kill, I guess.
Yeah. That's your multiplier basically for finishing off the attack. It's based on the timer.
Oh, okay, okay. The layer grid background's kind of fun. Enter the Matrix and all.
It's very demo play-ish kind of thing.
Yep, so you're trying to kind of stay close there.
Not too close, just close enough. They have this weird gimmick where they give more points if you're in the right distance.
Oh, really?
If you're too close, they'll only give you like 1 or. And yeah, I want to carry these bombs to this boss. I'm gonna use every single bomb on this until she dies, basically.
Alright, so just filling up that dream power multiplier.
Yeah.
see it shooting up there, the green number.
Should be around 3 million by the end of this boss. There you go. This part is kind of stupid. I forgot what it was a reference to, but M. Knight said it was some reference to some game where you can just stand still and just dodge all the bullets like this.
Yeah, Blossom had mentioned the bosses in the stage are a reference to another game from the developer called Collapse Dream.
Oh yeah. They have all the characters actually kind of appear there.
Yeah, so Outside does have some other shmups as well. You can check those out on his website.
It's usually for just a free me game jam or something.
But yeah, this is pretty well made, I gotta say, overall. I'm fairly impressed.
And I died there, but that doesn't matter. And I'm just trying to get rid of all my bombs before entering the boss.
Alright. Ooh, around the world. That was, looks like you went through there. That was kind of looked dangerous.
No, it's not.
Okay.
And here, hyper focus again. Because you don't want to see these patterns. Or at least not for as long as they should. So right now I'm just trying to survive until I reach the second spell card kind of pattern.
Man, the music has been kick-ass. Like, good selections, good selections.
I tried committing suicide here, but the boss couldn't kill me fast enough. But it's no problem. I just farm this pattern until it times out for more score.
It's like you might as well, right?
Yeah. This is the only pattern that I think is worth.
Ah, okay.
Milking.
Gotcha.
And after this, I just try to no-miss the entire boss.
So it's going to help to identify which patterns are the best for bomb spamming.
They're usually just really ugly.
Yeesh.
And I go back into hyper focus. So yeah. So from this point on, I'm just going to be trying to not get hit and killing the boss as fast as possible. Also another pattern from Toho 10.
Cool. These have been some pretty cool patterns, fun looking patterns.
Yeah, they really are. They're especially fun if you're just playing them normally, but if you're not playing for score. This is probably my favorite one though. You have to go right under her so you don't get caught up in that spiral whirlpool.
That's fun. That looks pretty impressive. She's got the demon eyes. She's glitching out. It's because you used the glitch too much.
Anyways, a thing to mention is that all of her patterns are static. So if you memorize a route that you can survive with, you can always use that route.
Okay.
Absolutely next to zero RNG involved. Oh, this one's RNG actually. Relatively easy survival pattern. There's not much to say about it.
Oh, there was a question earlier. Was the TLB in the other difficulties or just Nightmare?
Oh, they can be in the other difficulty, but he's hard to catch because you absolutely need it maxed out. And the other difficulties don't quite have enough bullets for you to max it out unless you no-miss up to that TLB.
Wow.
So yeah.
I see. That's kind of iffy.
Well, there are ways, but it's kind of difficult.
It's a pretty interesting pattern.
I bombed there, enter hyper focus again.
Health bars for days.
A thing to mention is that this extra stage also has that gimmick with the full dream power. So if you have a maxed out dream power, you're gonna fight another 4. In this case, you're only going to fight 1 extra pattern. This is supposed to be the final pattern if you're not maxed out. But since we are, we have to face this extra pattern. And it's pretty scary. Takes a while to build up, but yeah.
Oh man. Oh man. Nice.
Yeah, there it is.
Whee! That sound effect is the best.
Yeah, and that's it. No end life bonus. So ideally for this route, you just want to dump all your resources before reaching the boss.
Yeah, GG.
And that should do it.
Well done on that. Like, do you think you can improve that still?
Yeah, I think the upper limit is probably 700 billion for the main game, and 400 billion for extra. But I don't want to do that.
You're pretty satisfied with where you are in the game now?
Yeah, I'm pretty satisfied.
I mean,
to get 700 billion, I have to no-miss the true last boss, so I don't think that's happening anytime soon.
It's just too overwhelming. I see. Just too overwhelming.
Yeah, because the practice mode won't let you fight individual bosses. You have to go through the entire stage to practice anything.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's kind of rough.
So, and stage 5 is like 15 minutes, so yeah. You have to go through 15 minutes of stage 5 to fight a 2-minute boss. That you probably won't have resources for.
I can understand that.
So it's a bit of a grind. But those patterns are static, so with some memorization you can no-miss them. Except for the last one and the second one. I think that's about it.
Nice, man. This game's been pretty cool to check out. Yeah, a lot of different patterns. It's really well made. It didn't feel repetitive. Seeing stuff and whatnot too much.
I think the dev is making a sequel or something, like Nightmare Trip DX. I only saw a screenshot, but I'm not sure.
Have you tried any of the other games that Outside has done?
Yeah, the Red Meg games are pretty good, but Nightmare Trip is I think is the best out of them. They all share similar mechanics with the canceling and the shields.
Yeah, I like that mechanic of the Dream Power shield and whatnot, and seems pretty nice, just in general for advanced and for like newer players too, probably.
Yeah, it's very comfy, especially in the lower difficulties.
Yeah, seems like this game can definitely like, you know, stand among like the Toho main series games and whatnot. Like,
yeah, too bad no one plays them.
But maybe that'll change after this. Might get some competition.
That would be nice.
And maybe some motivation to improve the run and whatnot. Do you think some routing could be improved in the earlier stages?
Yeah, definitely. Because once you get the multiplier to 8, you can just abuse the dream shield to get more points. Because the dream shield converts the bullets into score rate, and the faster you can charge that up, and the faster you can throw it out in the right path, the more score rate you're gonna get.
Right. So I got a couple comments from the chat here, so I'll just relay to you. So Blossom said, I'm shocked to realize you can improve Nightmare mode. 400 billion alone felt like an absurd number last month.
Yeah. Like, I originally thought like 350 billion was the limit, but now I've effectively, thanks to the stupid hyperfocus kind of glitch thing.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
But I love it.
Yeah, I mean, you are kind of trivializing some of the patterns because you're just not seeing some patterns, right? I mean,
yeah,
like unique patterns, like you're just skipping those.
Oh, you definitely have to see them if you use the other characters. The other characters' routes are very difficult.
Like, would you be interested in, or have you played through the game? I mean, without the, because I mean, you probably discovered the glitch at some point. I mean, have you seen all the patterns?
Yeah, like
though?
way after I actually won CC. I was experimenting in extra about whether or not it would be faster to just kill the boss or farm or milk it for extra points. As it turns out, the faster you kill the boss, the higher your score. So, and I figured out that sometimes my focus would deal a metric ton of damage. And after some testing in a vacuum, I figured out, yeah, it was after doing the bomb and staying focused while you're doing that unfocused bomb.
That must have been a fun moment to discover that. Game changer.
Yeah, it changed everything.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, I can double my score this way. But for the other characters, you're not gonna have that thing.
It doesn't work with the other characters.
Nope. This is just this character.
Okay. And then another comment here from Sturmovic says, honestly, I don't care the least bit for the artwork and presentation, but mechanically it looks absolutely great.
Yeah. That's why I played it for so long. I think I have over 100 hours dumped into this game. It's really fun.
It does look fun. Glad we got to check it out. I'm just kind of seeing if there's any other comments that are worth relaying here. Otherwise, we'll wrap this one up. Call this one an episode. Just want to say thanks again, Einhard, for coming on and commenting. I know you said this is the first time you've done something like this, but I thought you did a great job commenting about this game, and I think taught us a lot about how the game works. So I think it was pretty fun, and I'm glad we could do the episode.
Thanks for having me. I hope to come again for Maiden and Spell STG Weekly.
Wait, didn't you say that's a fighter though?
No, it's a shooting game fighter kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
So maybe it might be good for an Awesome Games run, but it has bullet patterns. So.
Ah, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, it's hard to market. It's hard to describe, but you know, I've been testing it, and it's everything about it is wonderful. I wanna show it here too.
So that's not also by Outside, is it, or who's that by?
No, it's a new game by Mina.
Okay, interesting. All right, well,
there's a demo.
There's a demo. It's called Maiden and Spell.
Yep.
Okay.
It's on Steam. Net plays up. I'm gonna make a room after this. Please fight me.
Fight me. DMs are open. It's always funny to say that. All right, that was fun. Yeah, that'll wrap up the episode for SCG Weekly 174. Thanks everyone for watching, and we'll throw the episode up on YouTube over the weekend, or not over the weekend. Yeah, over the weekend. So yeah, have a good rest of the weekend, and yeah, we'll catch you later. Till next time.
Okay.